Yo, what's up guys? I'm Joe and this is my new design studio. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but it's a work in progress. I've been spending the last couple weeks collecting all these tools and now I'm finally ready to make some furniture. So first things first, I gotta make a workbench so I have somewhere to work on. Lucky for me, I got a friend with a pallet shop. He hooked me up with all this wood for free, so shout out to my bro Derek. So I'm gonna be using this to make furniture for my garage and all types of other things. So I've been spending the last couple days kind of testing out my tools, making sure they work. I just switched out the blade in my table saw this morning. I went and bought this joiner, got it all set up the other day. My dad let me borrow his miter saw and his table saw, so shout out to him too. I got a new sander. I got a new plunge router, and I know that I don't need to have all these tools to make furniture, but I got them anyways, so now it's gonna be way easier when I do make furniture. Before I do anything, I need to clean up this mess that I made yesterday because I got dust all over the place when I first set up this joiner. Alright, so the first step is I gotta put a straight edge on all these boards, so I'm gonna run this whole stack through my joiner. Alright, now that I got a straight edge on all the boards, I'm gonna rip them all down to 4 inches. Alright, now that I cut my boards down to 4 inches, I'm gonna run everything through the planer and get both the faces flat. Alright, now that I got all the boards all cleaned up, I'm gonna trim up the edges and cut them down to length. Once I have a clean edge, I can mark a line on each board and then cut them all down to their final length. I use my circular saw and a 2x4 as a straight edge to cut down my plywood sheets. Once all my pieces were cut down to their final dimensions, I started assembling the frames. This involved screwing a bunch of boards together to create half-lap joints. With my boards screwed together, I can start to assemble the face frame. I add glue to each corner, make sure it's square, and then I screw them into place. I drilled about 1,000 pocket holes into the rest of my boards, and then I attached the 2 frames together. I marked out the spots for my casters and then I attached them to the bottom. After giving the head nod of approval, I attached the rest of the horizontal stretchers so I can attach the top and bottom shelf. I had to cut the corners off this OSB so it would fit on the bottom, so I used my circular saw. Then I took my brad nailer and I attached the OSB to the bottom, and I used pocket holes to attach the plywood to the top. I made 2 of these benches and I attached latches to them so they can connect to each other. I can arrange them in a 4-foot square or an 8x2 foot workbench. And that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.